for a brother among us who was the oldest at the FDNY. 71 years old with a 42-year career. First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan. This climb is to carry him to the top of the 110, to that symbolic top of the tower. Seven verticals, and the second person, second highest rank in the entire fire service in New York, will sit at the top. This climb is to pay honor and respect to a 42-year career in which First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan, who was the 23rd Chief of the Fire Department for FDNY, before moving up in the ranks even more. This is to carry him, to finish his footsteps to the top of the tower. And we're about to hit that first vertical shortly. This is the 97th climb of the 343 Commandment. This climb is dedicated to all the FDNY, as First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan was the second person in charge at the commissioner level. And he has a son, William Feehan Jr., who, from what I read, may or may not still be on Squad Company 1. This is dedicated to your father, that he will never be forgotten. 71 years old with a 42-year career. I read he was commissioned around 1959, but only after he served his country in the United States Army in the Korean War. One of the nicknames given to First Deputy Commissioner Feehan was Mr. Fire Department, because he pretty much knew everything there ever was about the fire department. 42 years. And it said he hit some of the really big fires back in the day, when he went from probationary firefighter to firefighter to lieutenant, progressed up all the ranks. He was the 23rd Chief of the Fire Department of New York City, and then he moved on to the commissioner side of it. Well, one thing, even though he was old, he was young at heart. He carried his gear with him in his vehicle, ready to respond anytime that call came in. And our brother paid the ultimate sacrifice, commanding operations at the World Trade Center, where his command post was set up in the lobby, and the tower came down on him. This is to pay honor and respect So a 42-year-old veteran of the fire service gave his best to his country, fought for our freedom, and basically took every rank there ever was through that long-term career. Even though he was a civilian, being a first deputy commissioner of the fire department, he still maintained the position of chief with the personnel. He was still considered that he was a chief. So this is for First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan. Chief Feehan. Carrying you to the top, sir. Taking you to the 110. Finishing the footsteps from the command post that was set up to that top of the tower. This is to pay honor and respect to a 42-year career of service to the citizens of New York and previous service to the United States, where he served in the United States Army in the Korean War. This is to never forget our brothers lost. Whether they were a rookie, a probie still in the academy, all the way up to the oldest fire personnel there, which was 71-year-old First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan. This is his to bring him honor and respect. It said he knew the position of every single fire hydrant in the city. Being on 42 years, there's a lot of time. He worked at multiple of the companies through his career, where he started off as a probie around, I believe, around 1959, somewhere in there, and was on Recon Ladder 3 and a whole bunch of other units to try to name them. Would be a little bit harder now. But he put in 42 years of service. Our brother deserves respect. He definitely deserves honor for the courage and bravery and valiant efforts made on 9/11/2001 so that others could live. Nobody knew the towers were going to come down, and he was in the lobby in the command post getting operations taken care of. Nobody knew that was going to happen. This is to pay honor and respect to our brother, First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan. Even though he was considered a civilian in one of the second highest positions possible, he was still known as the chief. I believe it was the 23rd chief of the department, or I could be wrong, it'd be 32nd, I might have reversed the numbers. But 42 years, a complete history of the department in one person. That's like 2 careers of 20 years each, plus a few years, to be able to do everything that he did. And like I said before, he wasn't afraid. He answered the call. When any major call came in, his gear was in his vehicle, and he was out the door as a first deputy fire commissioner. Second highest ranking person at that structure of the FDNY. This climb is to pay honor and respect to our brother, 71-year-old, oldest firefighter, killed on 9/11/2001. 42-year career of service to the citizens. To his son, William Feehan Jr., your father and his legacy will carry forth. He will never be forgotten. This is the 343 Commandment climb for First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan. Number 4 for this shift, and 97th of the 343 Commitment. It's an honor to climb for every brother. To pay respect to legacies that were left behind. And this brother right here, 71 years old, oldest brother in the fire service on 9/11/2001, made the ultimate sacrifice in commanding operations so that others could live. To First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan, he will never be forgotten. His service to his country in the United States Army, where he fought in the Korean War, to his 42-year career in the FDNY. He will not be forgotten. One thing it said, that he had a great time spending time with his son and family at Gettysburg, and it's pretty much, he was very historical into the all battles, and he would spend his time at Gettysburg and looking at Churchill and a bunch of other areas there. That's how he liked to spend some of his free time. But one thing he was not afraid to do, like I said before, is get into action. Even at 70 years old, he had gear on at calls, and they knew he was there. This is the 343 Commitment 110 floor stair climb for First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan. The brother who rose from being a probationary firefighter all the way to chief of the department to the fire commissioner ranking. Over 42 years. His service and love for his country and service to the citizens of New York. And at this time he's being carried to the 110, the symbolic top of the tower, so that we will never forget his legacy, his sacrifice as being the oldest brother to make the sacrifice so that others could live. Nobody knew what was going to happen that day. And when they set up command posts in the towers, Deputy Commissioner William Feehan made the sacrifice when the tower collapsed on his command post. Bravery, heroism, and a duty to act. Our brothers went into service. It wasn't just a probationary firefighter, all the way to the very top, into the fire commissioner ranking. 343 brothers paid the ultimate sacrifice so that others could live. And that they did. Upwards of 25,000 were saved because of the valiant, brave efforts of the FDNY and the responders. They had a duty to act, and that's exactly what they did. They went into rescue mode and started going up those towers. First Deputy Chief Commissioner William Feehan was at one of the command posts set up at the bottom of the towers. He was orchestrating missions and operations when the tower came down. It's because of his sacrifice others are living. We cannot forget what happened that day. The nation may try to forget, but we can't. Their legacy has to carry on. The 343 fallen will never be forgotten. They're on our hearts, on our minds, and I carry them on my arm. This is the fourth climb of this 48-hour tour and the 97th climb of the 343 commitment. This is to carry another brother, another one of the fallen, to the top of the symbolic 110, the top of the tower, behind the World Trade Centers. So now we're on the 5th of 7 verticals for First Deputy Commissioner William Feehan. I can't say enough about this brother and the fact that he went from probationary firefighter all the way up to the second in command of the FDNY after being the chief of the department. Even as the second in command of the fire commissioner's rankings, he still responded. He still answered that call. He answered the call to duty. the duty to act so that others could live. 71 years old. I should say 71 years young, because he was still in gear. He was still responding to calls when people needed him most. And he gave the ultimate sacrifice, along with 342 other brothers. 9/11/2001. We cannot forget. Our brothers who came before us. This is a memorial climb to honor 42-year veteran, First Deputy Fire Commissioner, Feehan. From his service to his country in the United States Army, serving in the Korean War, so pretty much climbing every rank possible in the FDNY, all the way to his position in the Fire Commissioner's rankings. He was said to have known the position where every fire hydrant was in New York. He pretty much was one of the most knowledgeable personnel in New York. And it was said that he fought some of the harder fires when he was coming up. I didn't catch it completely, but it was a Naval Yard fire. Early during his career. Tell him I said hi back, Ginger. Thank you. So this is to honor his sacrifice given. Now we're at the second to last of the verticals for First Deputy Fire Commissioner Feehan. 42 years on the job. This is to honor his sacrifice. This climb is for FDNY, off and on the line. To his son, Feehan Jr., who's serving on FDNY right now. The last place I said he was Squad 1, so I'm not sure if he's still there or not. To Feehan Jr., your father's legacy will not be forgotten. He's being carried to the top of the tower right now. Each shift, more brothers are taken vertical, and their stories are told. And this one right now is for First Deputy Fire Commissioner Feehan. The 97th brother being carried vertical. I set a goal for 2016 of carrying 100 brothers to the vertical. 97 in, only a few to go. By New Year's Eve evening, 100 brothers will have been carried. So I can start 2017 and start carrying each and every brother continually to the top of the tower. 243 left to carry New Year's Day. Almost there. I've got one more vertical left, and that's the end of it. A few floors, and this climb for First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan will be complete. The 97th brother will sit at the top of the tower. Symbolic 110. The height of the World Trade. Step by step, closer to each floor. Each floor closer to a group of floors, and so on and so forth, until 110 happens. This is the memorial climb to pay honor and respect to First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan. He will not be forgotten. Only a few left, and my 26th goal is done. 98th climb tomorrow, 99th and 100th on New Year's Eve. This is the last vertical for First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan, to pay honor and respect to his 42-year career with the FDNY. Starting as a probationary firefighter, all the way to the very fire commissioner ranking that he's at right now. Even though as a fire commissioner he was considered a civilian, he was still known as the chief, because he was the 23rd chief of department. So like I said, I could have that reversed, but I believe it was the 23rd. But this is his climb to pay honor and respect to his legacy left behind. His son following in his footsteps, and his family left behind as well. He will never be forgotten. Each day, another brother on shift, going vertical. And we're almost to the finish of the 97th. A 42-year career is what First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan put in. The oldest brother lost on 9/11/2001 at 71 years old. will never be forgotten. Pushing, digging deep to finish to the top. For our brother, First Deputy Park Commissioner William Feehan, you will never be forgotten. Headed to the very top right now. This is the fourth climb of this tour so far, and the 97th brother carried to the 110. So that's symbolic top of the tower. Remember why we do what we do. Why are we firefighters and public servants? To make a difference. That's why we do it. To be the change that others seek. That's why people call us at their worst times of their lives, and we respond, knowing that we'll do our best to assist the circumstances that we're going to. Earlier, we had an MBA with entrapment, and ended up had to get out the jaws of life and open the door to be able to get the patient out. You never know what kind of situation a shift is going to bring until it happens. That's one of the things that keeps it interesting while you're on shift, because you don't know what kind of calls are going to come up. But the one thing I do know is that at each and every one, we do our best to make a difference. Every call. When you're not on duty, you can still make a difference. Live positive, and others will see it around you. First Deputy Fire Commissioner William Feehan. It has been my honor, sir. Rest easy, Chief. We got it from here.